Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Mauro Mazzei, and today I'm going to talk about the role of a creative technologist inside the ADV industry. I will guide you through my story, the story of a misfit with a sort of forever alone syndrome, looking around for his place on Earth. Is it working? Yeah, the misfit, exactly. Okay, let's start by introducing myself a little. I started in the early 2000s doing green screens, mostly, and I'm still doing green screen, perfectly green. Okay, doing websites for friends, and it slightly started to become a job. Then in 2008, I signed my first contract as a Flash developer doing real-time data visualization for big events like UEFA and the FIFA World Cup. I did it for a while. Then in 2011, I quit. I decided to find a company as a digital service provider offering corporate websites, web experiences, cloud services for all the kind of creative companies. And the role of being a service provider was not fitting anymore with me. It was good, but I wanted to be part of the creative process, from the beginning. And I decided that I needed to change. I wanted to change, but what? I started to look back at who I was and what I did. And I understood that I covered mostly any roles in the digital space. Started as a web designer, then I moved to the development part as a front-end developer, back-end developer, any kind of fucking developer. Then I switched to the management roles as a project manager, even chief project manager, and finally, the CTO, like the top of the mountain for people like me. However, any one of these roles were fitting at all, and I was feeling like everything and nothing at the same time. So, sitting one of the best movies of all time, Balto, of course, I was not a dog and not a wolf. All he knows is what is not. Exactly my feeling, a fucking misfeeling, my fucking company. But I knew one thing, that I wanted to keep all my expertise, to mix and match everything, to be part of my daily routines. And not as a mere performer, but even in the creative process, so in the early steps of every project. That's why I decided to give it a try, to challenge myself in something completely new that I didn't know how to do at all. So I'm going to show you the most complex project that I did all alone by myself.
The climate is changing constantly. Every year, Europe generates around 3.5 billion tons of CO2. Still, it's hard to understand the magnitude of the problem if we can't see emissions at all. But what if we made them visible to business leaders that can make a difference? E.ON presents See the City Anew. We took executives on an augmented reality trip through the city in a special car.
Hello, welcome aboard.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Wow. Oh yeah, the bus and the people, yeah.
We place a smart camera on the car that reads the city landscape and sends a video signal to a computer. Thanks to live object recognition, our software displays CO2 emissions in real time directly on the car window.
All this to inspire our guests to take action and show them how together we can get to zero CO2.
That's it. I hate to hear my voice with my funny accent. I still hear that I know that now I'm talking with the same fucking accent. By the way, thanks. Getting back to the deck. As you saw, for the first time in my life, just zoom a bit, creative technologist, the first time that I had this job title attached to myself. And it was amazing. I like it so much because I was like the tech guy with a creative mind, but at the same time, I was a creative guy with tech skills. I love it. It was exactly what I was aiming for. So I decided, yes, this is my new job. So I ran it back to my house, screaming, "Hey, mom, from now till forever, I'm Mauro, the fucking creative technologist." And she's still trying to understand what I do in my life, of course. But let's try to give a proper definition altogether. So please read with me. A creative technologist is a person able to invent new products or new uses based on cutting-edge scientific knowledge and technologies, sitting in intersection between creativity and technology, by adapting to technological and cultural change and blah, blah, blah. Amazing, right? But at the end of the day, I was always the go-to guy to ask if something is feasible or not. So again, a service provider, and I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted to be part of the creative process, as I said, from the beginning, because to have the most from your tech guy, your tech department, you need to bring them on board from the early stage, not just at the last step of the process, using them by simply translating in languages. So at that point, I understood that I wanted to join a creative company. That's why in 2020, I joined Publicis Italy LePub as the head of creative technology. Super bold job description. By the way, Publicis LePub is one of the most awarded agencies in the world. It is famous for amazing films, brilliant creative campaigns, but not so much when it comes to innovation. And I wanted to push on innovation. At the same time, I wanted to push on creativity, so that's a match. We started to work together. We started to work in shaping the way of working together. So we started to discuss about how to do it. As probably you already know, in agencies, creative ideas are led by the creative director, which are two people, the copywriter together with the art director, sitting at the desk, working the whole day, brainstorming, creating ideas, and whatever. But in order to push an innovative project, technological project, we needed to disrupt this classical way of working. And that's why we switched to the magical creative threesome. So basically by adding me in the middle, at the same desk, working together with the directors, brainstorming, bringing another point of view to the table, checking feasibility, always, Mauro, can we do this? But even doing prototypes. So yes, it's working. We started to have innovative ideas, technological ideas. But then we needed the client to sign the contract. That's why we needed to shape even the way of selling innovative ideas. Because talking about technology, we cannot let the client imagine the idea, because it's a way technology is called without a proper soul. Instead of letting the client imagine an idea, just bring a prototype to the meeting. Simple as this, because in this way, the client will feel that you know how to do it, you know what to do it, that it's feasible, at the same time it's easy, because basically it's already done. And if the project has no space for a prototype, just bring your research. Just bring the proofs that you know exactly what to do. And believe me, it's working. It started to work because we started from zero project in 2020 to various kind of project in 2022. In 2 years, we did metaverse project, augmented reality projects, IoT devices, immersive experiences, web experiences, and so on and so forth. So right now, I'm going to show you 3 of the best projects that we did so far. So let me introduce you Andy. For a new horror movie release by Netflix, we decided to create a robotic cat able to give you tranquility during the scary moments. Because we know that there is anything that scares us the most than watching a horror movie alone at night. So please look with me.
vera.
It's even quite a green screen, so it worked fine. By the way, it has been the first project that we did with our new way of working. So let's try to imagine me talking with my boss saying, I want to do a robotic hand for the new horror movie. It worked. Okay, so basically it's a robotic hand with a bunch of pressure sensor in it, but also is even a very comfortable USB charger. And I want to talk to the tech people here because our job is not only to make working things, but is to make it in the most efficient and beautiful way. Often, we don't pay attention to crafting, but crafting in our job is key. And we know God lives in details. That's it. The next project that I'm going to show is a Barilla one, the passive cooker. Barilla came to us asking to find a way to communicate a sort of new way of cooking pasta that aims to optimize the CO2 consumption. We brainstormed very quickly, and we ended up saying that we wanted to create an IoT device able to guide you through the whole process of cooking pasta in this new heretic way. Heretic because in Italy, pasta is holy. Of course, you cannot touch it. Okay, let's see the video. They'll explain better than me.
Passive cooking.
Passive cooking.
Passive cooking.
Barilla ha progettato il passive cooker.
Reducing carbon emissions by up to 80%.
The first smart device for passive cooking.
Si può.
Okay, thank you. At the beginning, we thought, oh, come on, nobody was going to do it for real, because we think to make it, not to sell the device to the users, instead to make it open source, so just by 3D printing and using common commercial products. But we were wrong, because at the end we found out subreddit, forums of people talking about the code, and the project, of course, and even GitHub forums of other people editing the code for any kind of PCB boards. So it has been a success, and it's cool to see a community moving on something that you invented, even for marketing purpose. But by the way, we didn't make it just for the makers, for the nerds, we made it for the people. That's why we created even a WhatsApp bot in order to make it available to everyone. As I said, this is still a huge success because it reached 1 billion PR goal in just a couple of months, and numbers are still growing. The next project, last but not least, Heineken, the Closer. The Closer is a Bluetooth bottle opener that shuts your computer down, closing your work-related apps. And that's it. Pretty simple. So it's a sort of burnout controller that makes you switch from work from home during the pandemic to home. So again, look, the video case with me.
I know I was up on my computer late last night. Our workday doesn't have a finite ending the way it used to.
7 in 10 people admit to answering their work emails or messages when they're off the clock. Hello everyone, this is...
agree though that we
Pancake in your thought that you're putting towards...
Heineken is launching something called the Closer.
It's a beer opener that turns off all work apps when you open a Heineken with it.
This is a gadget that puts your computer to sleep as soon as you open a drink. Bottle opener that closes your computer. It pairs via Bluetooth to your computer, and as soon as you open a bottle, the bottle lid triggers the sleep button on your computer.
Go to your house and steal all your other bottle openers so that way you can never use any other one but that one.
What's going on? We're going out tonight, that's what's going on.
This is the Closer by Heineken.
Thank you. As you saw, the device here is just an activator of the message, which is to work in a responsible way. We just found a way to say it through the tech. And I want to highlight that the tech here is pretty simple. It's just a Bluetooth keyboard controller sending an Alt F4 or Command Q command to your computer. And again, the simplicity of the device is pretty important because our job as technologists is not always to look around for the most complex solution. Instead, we need to create things that are consistent with the campaign, with the message that we want to spread. So, we saw 3 different projects. The first one that I like, the importance of crafting. The second one is that we need to fulfill any strategic needs in order to bring as many, to reach as many people as possible. And the third one is the importance of being consistent with the campaign. Things are working so much right now that we have a dedicated unit in the company, the agency, that is called Le Garage, that do just this. We are a bunch of people, creatives, technologists, strats, working together on innovative projects. That's it. This was my journey. By the way, before to leave, I want to give you 3 takeaways. The first one, as you saw, technology is taking over advertising. So there is space for any of you, any of us, misfits, and not just technological projects. I mean, every kind of project. Uncommon solutions are more than welcome. The next one, even the most established brand, like Barilla, that in Italy is perceived like the most classical brand possible, are up for weird shit. You just need to push it. We all complain about our clients, about the brands. But believe me, you just need to do it. But it's not only one-man show. You know, it's not just the tech guy that has to push an innovation. The whole agency has to believe in it, starting from the CEO, please. Last one is that big things happen when you step out of the comfort zone. Just surround yourself of open-minded people far from your knowledge. The developers, technologists, set a limit, which is the language that they know. Just take a little trip outside. There is a world of opportunities out there. So that's it. Thank you. I will do more green screen from now to forever. Thank you.